So I'm out with my dad again. Like, suddenly realised I've not been recording fucking anything. But, yeah, I was talking to a guy last time I did the video. You know, when I went to test out the Kawasaki. Because they have a T120, you know, 1200 Bonneville there, brand new, it's like 66 plate. Done 205 miles, and some guys traded it in. And we got into the discussion of ridiculously low mileages, and like, how many miles do you do a year, and how many is too many? Like, there's not really going to be too many miles, is there? Like, how many miles aren't enough, really? And I said the worst one I'd seen up to that point was a brand new red Street Triple, which I nearly fucking bought, sat in Norwich. It had been traded in. It had 407 miles on it. Hadn't even hit first service. What the hell? And then all of a sudden, see this? And he goes, I've got a better one than that. And I'm going, oh, go on then, what was it, 190 miles? No, some guy had traded in a KTM Super Duke with 30 miles on the clock. I said, surely that man has scared himself to death. Nope. He works abroad, and he bought it for this country. Mate rode it back to his. He suddenly realised he was too short to ride it. First of all, how short do you have to be to not fit on a KTM Super Duke? I can fucking put my legs down with my knees bent. So this dude is short. But also, like, why didn't you try it? On top of that, I've seen... We sold some levers to a guy the other day. He's got 3 1980 bikes. He's got a CB1100 and 2 C90s. All of which are what I'm going to call is dangerously low mileage. They're ridiculous. CB100. He's just cleaned it out himself. He like took it to bits, give it a service, whatever. It had 2,000 miles on the clock since 1980. One of his C90s has 800 miles on the clock, and the other one 150 miles on the clock. It's ridiculous. I've seen people who they've bought a bike and they really are the epitome of a dry weather rider. Like a tank of petrol for them will probably last them about a year. Well, it was nice the other day, so I took it out. How far to go? I did about 20 miles. I did 20 miles going to work and back. That's not good for the bike. My granddad, he's got a Street Triple, which is a little bit annoying, I'll be honest. And, excuse me, he's not even hit the first service yet. Oh, has he? No, he's just hit the first service. He's had that for a year and a half. That's ridiculous. That's averaging 400 miles a year. That's averaging just over a mile a day. There's me covering like 11,000 miles a year. It's ridiculous. I know mine is, you know, the higher than average bike. For a lot of people, a bike is a toy. But that's why a lot of APR things do like 4,000 to 5,000 miles a year. That's ideal for a lot of people. Fair enough. I don't blame you. If you've got a car, like if you like to use a bike, but if it's too wet and you've got access to a car, and you want to use the car, fine, fair enough. But don't do 40 miles a year. And then the opposite scale, there's a guy, he bought a Honda Cross Tourer, I think. No. Cross Runner. He had a Cross Runner, you know, the small one, the VFR engine one. And in 2 years, he'd done 75,000 miles. Shit! That's fucking ridiculous! I've only just covered that in my lifetime! Actually, I did work that the other day. In my life, I've done, hold on, 17,000 miles on this, 20,000 miles on the last bike, so that's 37,000. 8,000 on the bike before that, so that's 45,000. Did about 6,000 on my 50, so that's 51,000. And I think I did 19,000 miles on my 125. So that's, I lost track now, is it 64,000 miles? So that's 80,000 miles in my life. On bikes, obviously I've been in cars and shit like that. I also can't count other bikes I've ridden, like I've borrowed people's bikes for a while, I've done like really long distance on those. So, how many miles do you do? Like, the people watching this, do you like, if you haven't got a bike, you know, would you get one as just a summer toy? Would you get one as a permanent, you know, day-to-day thing? If you have got one, how many miles do you do? Is it a toy for you? I want to just start a discussion on it. I'm quite interested. Like, are you one of those people that's got, I've bought one, but I ain't used it since '96? And part of me can see the appeal of buying one and keeping it boxed as an try again. Part of me can see the appeal of buying one, keeping it in the box, and having it as an investment. For example, so my dad spends a lot of time on eBay just to look at the prices of stuff, because you never know, you find a cheap barn find that no one's fucking bidding on because they don't know it's there, and it's got like 10 minutes left. You put down a cheap figure, you clean that fucker up, you make some money on it. Make sense? Well, he saw a 1972 Bonneville. Was it 1972? It was a Bonneville Silver Jubilee edition, or it was a Jubilee edition in silver, something like that. And he told me how much it cost brand new, because my dad wanted one and he couldn't afford one brand new, and he got, you know, an old school Bonneville with a square tank in gold. Or, I say gold, it was that kind of, what they class as gold, but it's not. And it was going for like 5 times the figure, because it was in a barn, in a crate. It hadn't even been assembled by a dealership yet. It was the crate that goes to the dealership. The money this guy made on that is immense. Like all these people who buy the H2 or the H2R, if you keep one, like, buy one, get it picked up in a truck, and keep it in, you know, a dry, heated room. Not too dry, not too heated, but, you know, good conditions for the bike. Take all the oil out, take all the petrol out so it doesn't go off. Take the battery out so it doesn't leak, stuff like that. And just have it as an investment, and you'll make shitloads on it. One-offs, special builds, vintage bikes that are immaculate. They go for nuts. So if you do that, please let me know what you've got. Like, I'm genuinely interested. I know my dad's regretting having the 5,000 miles a year on this, because he's had it 2 months, 3 months, something like that, and it was allowed 5,000 miles a year. And he's already on 1,500, or just over 1,500. I think it's like 1,600 something. So, to be fair, when it rains, he takes my sister to school on it when it's dry, and he goes to meetings. He's a member of the Lions Club, which is doing this Chrome Web Festival of 1,000 Bikes. Video coming out soon about that. There's been a lot of fighting the council on that. It's not fighting, but they go, you need this paperwork now. It's like, well, I've just filled in 100 sheets. Yeah, well, there's 20 more. Fuck! That kind of thing. I'm really glad I'm not my dad. He's the poor fucker that's had to fill it out. I've been pissed off enough with them, and I'm not the one fucking doing it. So yeah. But stuff like that can catch you out. But obviously when it rains, it's England, it rains a fucking lot. It's raining right now. Well, it's raining a little bit, it's dribbling. If it's like this, you'll take my sister or pick her up. But if it rains, you'll take her in the car. And thus save on his miles. I said if push comes to shove he's getting long miles, I'm quite happy to take my sister to school in the morning, because it works out about the same time for me to get to work. When I'm going early, if I've got a day where I don't start till 2, that can fuck her right off. I mean, I still might do it, I'm up that time, but, you know. My sister wants to be a biker. So, we're probably going to do a collaboration video on licensing laws. You know, what age you have to be to do this license and that license, because she needs to know. I can't fucking remember, because when I did it, it was so easy. It wasn't even the easiest one, and it was easy. You do your CVT at 17. No, you do your CVT at 16, move on to a 125 at 17. At 18, you can do your test, and you can either then do another test and get your full license, or you can wait 2 years and it instantly rolls over to the new test. Or if you're 24, you could do direct access, or 23. So, yeah. Look at these houses. These are really nice houses. But yeah, it's now some ridiculous thing where you've got like multiple fucking tests between tests, and I think they put an extra test in the middle of it. You can't do the direct access as easily anymore. It's a bit taking the piss. Oh! Fuck me dead! So you're a coach. I'm not going to go first in case you're fucking trying to run me over. I've lost my space. I have lost... Oh, I'm going to space! Mine! Fuck you, cunts!